And welcome to my Red Dead Redemption 2 Bandit Challenges guide. In this guide I'll be showing you all 10 challenges and how you can complete them the quickest and the easiest way. Challenge number 1 requires you to hold off 5 townfolks, and this is actually not that difficult. All you want to make sure to do though is that all the 5 people that you do rob are inside of the town. The best people to rob really are those who don't really look like cowboys and just like regular people, because the ones that do look a bit more like cowboys will shoot back and will make your life a little bit more difficult than is necessary. It doesn't really matter who you rob, but do be aware that some people don't really seem to care all that much about being robbed, but those who are will get the cops on you. So the best thing to do when you do get cops on you is to quickly get out of town and then come back again as your wanted level is cleared. And as you can see by the footage as well, you don't have to point your gun or only do people on foot. Doing people in coaches works as well. Challenge number 2 requires you to rob any 2 coaches or return any 2 stolen coaches to the fence, which is unlocked after the mission The Spines of America, which is a horsey mission in chapter 2. This one is actually really easy. All you want to do is you want to go to Valentine and then take a stagecoach to Emerald Ranch. Then what you want to do is you want to steal the coach that the fine gentleman just brought you in, and then take it a little bit further where you can pick or shoot the lock in order to steal the contents inside. You only have to pick 1 item for it to count, and after you're done with that, you bring the coach to the wagon fence and you will have completed the challenge. If you don't already own a brake lock, you can get that from the fence as well, as for only $25. Don't worry, as soon as you sell the wagon, you will have made those $25 back, and you will also need the brake lock for further challenges as well. Challenge number 3 requires you to rob the cash register in 4 shops in 1 day. Now this challenge is actually pretty easy. All you want to do is make sure that you start this challenge in the morning, so you have plenty of time in the day to go around town and start robbing some places. Obviously you want to start off in Valentine, where you can rob 3 places. If you want to speed up the process with losing your wanted level as well, because that can get quite hectic as you're robbing stores, is by simply allowing the law to shoot you dead. You will, however, lose some money because of that, but you know, if you're not someone at all too bothered about money and really wants to get this challenge out of the way as quick as possible, that is the fastest way to do so. From what I can tell, you only lose about half an hour in-game time before they respawn again, so you shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Once you're done in Valentine, you want to head to Strawberry, where you rob the general store there too, and you will have completed the challenge. It's really not a hard challenge at all. It should really be done in a couple of minutes. So challenge number 4 requires you to rob any 3 coaches or return any 3 stolen coaches to the fence in 1 day. So what you want to do for this one is you want to take a stagecoach from Valentine to Emerald Ranch, and as you arrive in Emerald Ranch, you can do the exact same thing as in challenge 2. You break the lock and you bring a stagecoach to the fence. Then when you're done with that, you take a stagecoach back to Valentine, where you break the lock once more, and you will have completed the challenge. Challenge number 5 requires you to amass a $250 bounty in 1 state. Now personally, I did this in Valentine again. Every time you kill a lawman, you'll get an additional $20 on your bounty. So basically you have to kill 13 lawmen, and then you will have completed the challenge as well. A side note, by the way, if you want to speed this up a little bit more, a train robbery is $50. So if you want to make this a bit quicker, starting off a train robbery will make this progress a little bit quicker. Challenge number 6 requires you to steal 5 horses and sell them to the horse fence at Clemens Cove, which is unlocked after the mission Horse Flesh for Dinner, which is a John Marston mission in chapter 3. Now the way you can go about this one is actually multiple ways. You can go a bit more the legal route by going to the Heartlands and lassoing all those horses, taming them a little bit and bringing them to the horse fence. It would require a little bit more time, but it will be a bit more safer when it comes to wanted level, and especially if you're someone that has just amassed $250 in a bounty in 1 state, you might want to pay that off before you continue on. However, another effective way, which shouldn't give you too much wanted level, is by simply stealing horses from passing by passengers. Typically on the same road as the horse fence, you will see some of those people pass by. Just simply steal the horse, bring him to the horse fence, and rise and repeat until you got 5. Challenge number 7 requires you to rob $50 worth of cash and valuables from townfolk and travelers. Now the easiest way to do this one is by simply going a train and start robbing people who are in there. Typically you get between $10 and $15 worth of cash or valuables when you're robbing them, so it should only take about 4 or 5 people in order to have this challenge done. If you can't find a train, the easiest way to get one is by simply taking a train to any random town, and then as soon as you get off the train, just start robbing everyone, and you will have completed this challenge in no time. Challenge number 8 requires you to steal 7 wagons and sell them to the fence at Emerald Ranch. Now you might be thinking, wait, haven't we done this 2 times already? You're right, and you're probably going to guess what I'm going to suggest you to do in order to complete this challenge. Exactly. From Valentine, take the stagecoach to Emerald Ranch, steal the stagecoach, deliver it to the fence, take the stagecoach or the train back to Valentine, take the stagecoach back to Emerald Ranch, steal the stagecoach, deliver it to the fence, and yes, this one can be a little bit tedious because you have to do the same thing 7 times, but then when you're done, you can do challenge 9. And challenge 9 requires you to hog tie someone and leave them on the railroad 3 times. And yes, this does give some flashbacks to the achievement in the original Red Dead Redemption. Now funny enough, the easiest way I found to complete this challenge is at Emerald Ranch, where at the train station there's mostly a couple of gentlemen playing a bit of dominoes. Simply lasso one of them, hog tie them and throw them on the tracks, rise and repeat 3 times until you're done. It doesn't really matter who you hog tie, it can even be a lawman, like in this clip right here where he met an unfortunate end with the front of a train. Challenge 10 requires you to complete 5 train robberies without dying or getting caught. Now what I found is you don't actually have to do this all in one life. No, the exact opposite actually. Because from my experience, all you have to do is start a train robbery, rob 1 person, and that basically counts as one thing. What you can do from there is basically just die, find a new train, and do this another 4 times. At levels 1, 2, 7, and 10 you will unlock reinforced gear at the Trapper, so make sure you pick that up as you have completed the set challenges for that. And that brings us to the end of this Bandit Challenges guide. I hope you found this useful. If you did, make sure to leave it a like. Subscribe for more challenge guides and Red Dead Redemption 2 content coming to you very soon. Thank you also very much for watching, and I'll see you all